Hey everyone, and welcome. We're going to jump right in today because we're looking at something that honestly feels like it's straight out of science fiction. We're talking about creating a whole, complex mobile app, not with months of coding, but with one single perfectly written prompt.
I mean, just get a load of this claim from the source material. An AI that can do the work of a top-tier senior developer, someone you'd find at Apple, and I can do it just from a screenshot. It sounds completely nuts, right? So, is this just a bunch of hype, an absolutely insane claim? Or is this actually the new reality for building software? Well, that is exactly what we are going to unpack today. So this brings us to this huge new idea, the emergence of what you might call the $350,000 developer AI. You see, the whole game is shifting. It's not just about being able to write thousands of lines of code anymore. It's about your ability to write one single, perfect, expert-level command. But here's the secret, and this is really the key to all of this. It's not magic. The AI isn't just pulling ideas out of thin air. It's following a blueprint. The entire success of this thing depends on giving the AI a flawless, super detailed, and structured project plan, a kind of master instruction that leaves absolutely nothing up to chance. So, how in the world do you write a prompt that powerful? Well, that gets us to the heart of this whole thing. We're going to deconstruct the anatomy of what the source calls a God prompt. And the best part? It's not some kind of dark art. It's a formula, and it's a formula anyone can learn. And here it is. This is the secret sauce. The formula has 5 key parts that all work together to really focus the AI's power into a super precise, high-quality result. You give it a role, you define the task, you outline the steps, you set the rules, and you specify the output. Get these 5 things right, and you've just turned a simple wish into a professional-grade command. Okay, first up, role. This one is so important because an AI can be pretty much anything. So you have to tell it what to be. You don't just say, hey, build an app. No way. You tell it, you are a senior, full-stack mobile developer who specializes in social apps. You're basically giving it an expert persona to wear, which immediately focuses its knowledge and gets it ready to give you expert-level work. Next, you give that expert its mission. That's the task. This is the big picture, the high-level goal that sets the stage for the whole project. We're not getting into the how just yet. This is all about the what. You just state really clearly and ambitiously what you want to create, like a full-on social app with all the bells and whistles. Now, this is where it's really clever, the difference between steps and rules. Think of it this way. Steps are the turn-by-turn directions for your road trip, the literal build process from A to B to C. But the rules? Those are the guardrails on the side of the road. They're your non-negotiables. Things like the design has to be pixel perfect, or every click has to feel instant. They stop the AI from making mistakes and make sure it sticks to your quality standards. And this slide just shows you the incredible impact of all this. I mean, just look at the difference. On the left, you've got the traditional way, this tangled web of meetings, estimating costs, design sprints, revisions. It can go on for months. But look at the right. The new way is so clean, it's direct, it's just a straight line. It's just those 5 blueprint components we talked about, leading right to the finished app. The leap in efficiency here isn't just a small step, it's gigantic. All right, so we've got the theory down. But does this blueprint actually hold up when you throw a complex, real-world app at it? Let's put this formula to the test and look at a couple of examples straight from the source. So for our first example, let's go back to that wild claim from the beginning. Taking a simple, flat image, a screenshot, and turning it into a fully working, ready-to-go application. Let's break down how the blueprint works for this job. The role is a developer who's a master at turning pictures into code. The task is to look at that screenshot and copy it perfectly. The rules are super strict, like making sure the design is an exact match, and the output is a clear, step-by-step process from analysis to the final app. See how every piece guides the AI on exactly what to do? Okay, that was cool, but let's try something different. Maybe something a little more, business-oriented. What about a really complex app, like a mobile e-commerce store? Can the same 5-part formula handle that? And the answer is a resounding yes, it totally can. But notice how the blueprint adapts. The role is now a specialist in apps that are optimized to make sales. The task is to build that entire shopping experience from browsing to buying. And the rules are now about business goals. Screens have to load in under a second. The shopping cart can't forget what's in it.
It's the same five-part structure, just tuned for a completely different high-stakes application.
So, what does this all mean for the future? We're really looking at a massive shift here. This isn't just about a faster way to code. This is changing what it even means to create something. We are heading into a future where the blueprint itself is the product. And this right here is the biggest takeaway. The skills that matter are changing. Human expertise is moving from being the one who lays every single brick to being the architect who designs the perfect plan for the robots to build. The most valuable skill is becoming your ability to think like an expert, to have that vision, and to communicate it flawlessly in a prompt. It literally empowers anyone with a great idea to become a creator. And if you really want to grasp the speed and scale we're talking about, get this. The source material provides eight of these production-ready app prompts. Just let that sink in. You could have 8 different complex apps all being built by an AI at the exact same time, all before a normal development team even finishes its first meeting to estimate the cost. That is a wild game-changing advantage. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. If the perfect set of instructions, the blueprint, becomes the new final product, what does that mean for the role of the builder, for the creator, for the developer? It's a huge shift, and we are just seeing the very beginning of how it's going to change everything. It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.